Welcome back, you guys. It's Mike Hall coming at you again. And we bought it. Guys, I bought it. We closed on it and we started fixing it up. It's almost done at this point, and all the numbers, everything is kind of coming into clear focus. It's all locked in. I understand how it's gonna shake out. I'm ready to share it with you. So what this was is it stunk. And so the best part about this is it looks great. It's gonna live great, but it doesn't stink anymore because there's cats and dogs, and you know what urine there has to be for it to be wet? What is it, 2 weeks after they've been out of here? Yeah, it's a lot. So here's the game plan on this property. I knew that even more updated, another unit in there sold for $235,000. So I knew that the rehab, like fixed up value, is going to be $235,000. Now I got this one under contract at $200,000. I'll work some costs in so that my cash to close went down by a little bit, and then I also added in some cash back at closing. So I ended up doing a note for $210,000, and then I took $10,000 worth of other incentives to keep my cash out of pocket a little bit lower. So the goal was to get it into it for $210,000, spend about $10,000 on it, and then have a nut kind of that extra free equity left between $220,000 and $235,000 is that free equity that we can buffer on. That's growing your net worth, that's growing our portfolio. And then to rent this thing out over the next 2 to 5 years and allow the appreciation and the loan payoff to really accumulate some solid wealth for me. So the paint color's fine. I just want something that when they ding it doesn't chip.
Or if they go when they put on.
Yep, exactly. You can actually wipe it and clean it. People go cheap out paint all the time, but it means that you have to repaint every tenant that turns over, because this will just nick, right? You can feel it, you can tell it's gonna nick, it's gonna show stains, it's gonna be gross. You do a higher quality paint and you can actually wash it and actually withstand some sort of hits to it. Financially, it's quite insignificant, honestly. So ultimately, we started out with a $10,000 budget, cash out of pocket after the rehab. I get the flooring and the paint and the cleaning and all that stuff. We ended up spending right around $15,000, just a titch under, about $14,900 on it. Largely speaking, it's because I replaced all the appliances, went above and beyond with some cleaning.
Oh my God. By the way, we're getting those ducts cleaned out. Look how nasty that is.
Woo! You wanna breathe that in?
Yeah, so those are getting cleaned out next week. People don't realize what they're breathing. That's what a lot of ductwork looks like, especially with houses with animals. One of the cheapest, most effective ways to upgrade your home is just to get your doggone ductwork cleaned out, for Pete's sakes.
So as we got into this project, one of the things that kind of caught me off guard that I wasn't quite ready for is the wreckage that the animals had actually done to the entirety of the home, right? So generally speaking, you're like paint and flooring, that's gonna clean it up, right? You use some Kills paint on the floor and it's done. But what we didn't account for was what the secondary effect of that is on the home as large. So the vents, for example, typically that's a $200 cleaning. They were so coated with crap that thick in there that cleaning turned into $600. It was actually all into the HVAC system and just wreaking havoc on everything and making the house just reek. Anyways, back to the flooring. So we get this flooring because it's bulletproof, it's durable, and it's easy to replace if one gets busted. Looks good, lives well, and you'll rent for a higher amount. I think it was like $5,500 for all the flooring through the whole house. Yeah, durability, but it's also got to look good, right? Because if you want that premium rent price, people want to rent nice houses. They really do. So all the outlet cover plates, we're going to replace those too. Get them all uniform, make them look good. That stuff matters. Have the handyman do that. I replaced the dishwasher, I replaced the refrigerator, I replaced the washer and dryer unit, and I deep cleaned the entire house, including the vent system, which you should do anyways, but especially important here. So overran a little bit on that. Other than that, everything kind of was right in line. You know, my flooring came in right where I wanted it to. It turned out amazing. The paint is great, right where I wanted it to come. One thing that people commonly overlook, it's all the detail work. It's all the stuff that just keeps compounding on you. So, you know, outlet covers, new face plates for the vents, how do I hang a light, where do I get a light, all of those tiny little pieces. And it can be solved with one great connection to a handyman. You guys, this is such a pro tip. You do a 30-minute walkthrough with this guy and you just go, this. He takes fantastic notes and he goes out and he just takes care of all of the nitty gritty. So you'll notice throughout this house, they have all new outlet covers, all new outlets, all new face plates on all the switches, all of those little pieces are done, and it's all with the handyman. $2,500 for all of the materials all the time. And it's out of sight, out of mind. It's amazing, you guys. I mean, this thing's not nice, right? Not nice anymore, maybe? I mean, these are probably pure crystal though, so I can probably get a pretty penny for that on the secondary market.
Someone will buy our prices off the base.
They will not, because this is going right in the trash. But ultimately, we got into this project for just over $54,000 when you take into account your down payment and all of your rehab work. Now that $54,000 having been completed is now worth right around $70,000. So you can turn that $54,000 into $70,000. That's the beauty of real estate, right out of the gate. Now we're gonna rent that, and we're estimating to make between $500 and $650 per month. Roughly speaking, but honestly, any rent that just covers your expenses is the bonus, because all we're trying to do is hold on to this asset, have it pay for itself so that we can realize the appreciation. So here's the deal, you guys. This is not rocket science. It's really simple. A little bit of upfront planning, and this deal showed up to me. I think it took me a day to hear about it, write the offer, done, knowing where it was going. So you got to connect with somebody who knows what they're doing, who does this every single day, so that these deals, when they come across, you can just pow and you're on them. This idea of deciding and taking your time just means you haven't done enough planning. So the goal is to do planning up front, understand what you're looking for, understand what you need the numbers to look like, so that you can pounce and really get into your real estate portfolio. If you guys want to get into this and you want to start adding residential real estate to your portfolio and getting the benefits of it, get a hold of me. I talked about my down payment. We can work with that. We can bring that way down with different products and different ways that you can move different financing pieces around, but we can't do that if we don't have the discussion. So call me. Let's do it.